Welcome to Day 11 of NCERT Biology 365. Today, we open Chapter 9, Biomolecules. Turn to the first page of Section 9.1. To analyze what organic compounds are present in living tissues, we perform a simple grinding experiment. We take a living tissue, like a vegetable or a piece of liver, and grind it in trichloroacetic acid, Cl3CCOOH, using a mortar and pestle. This process yields a thick chemical slurry. Remember the exact formula of the acid. It is a regular target for basic chemistry overlap questions. Once we have the thick slurry, we strain it through cheesecloth or cotton. This yields two distinct fractions. First, the filtrate, or the acid-soluble pool, which contains thousands of small organic compounds with molecular weights between 18 and 800 daltons. Second, the retentate, or the acid-insoluble fraction, which contains large biomacromolecules. Note this structural separation. The filtrate contains the soluble micromolecules, while the retentate retains the insoluble macromolecules. To analyze the inorganic elements and compounds in a tissue, we must use a different, destructive experiment. We take the living tissue and weigh it to get its wet weight. Then we dry it completely. All the water evaporates, leaving the dry weight. Finally, we burn the tissue completely. All carbon-based organic compounds are oxidized to gaseous forms, like carbon dioxide and water vapor, and are removed. What remains is called ash, which contains only inorganic mineral elements, like calcium, magnesium, and potassium. Let's look at Table 9.1, which compares the elemental abundance in the Earth's crust versus the human body. First, identify the most abundant element. Oxygen is the most abundant by weight in both the Earth's crust at 46.6% and the human body at 65%. Second, look at carbon. It is highly abundant in humans at 18.5%, but almost non-existent in the crust at 0.03%. Third, note silicon. It is the second most abundant element in the Earth's crust at 27.7%, but is completely negligible in human tissue. Memorize these trends for your CBT questions. In Table 9.2, NCERT categorizes the inorganic constituents found in living tissues. These include monoatomic cations like sodium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium, alongside molecules like water and sodium chloride. But notice that polyatomic inorganic ions like phosphate and sulfate are also present. NCERT specifies that these inorganic compounds are found within the acid-soluble pool of our initial filtration. This is a very common classification trap. We have covered chemical analysis and elemental comparison. Now, click the link in the description and take the Day 11 CBT practice quiz to test your memory. Also, watch our podcast form of Day 11. Tomorrow, on Day 12, we studied the building blocks of proteins, amino acids, focusing on their structure and Zwitterionic forms. Click to subscribe and keep your daily streak going.